Hello and welcome back to Towani's Pilgrimage. Today we are going to check out the zone called Resplendent Temple. So this is a, looks like a fairly complex structure. It's a fairly good sized zone. It's got different zones off here. Those Grellis Palace down below, Sereth City of Tides over there, Valley over here, City of Bronze up there, Pillars of Alar up that way. So there's a lot of stuff. I came in through the Valley of Luna right over here, which if we look at the actual map, where is it? Polaris. There we go. So it's right here. So it kind of connects to like everything. Last episode, I think we were in Sereth City. So now we can kind of, spread our wings out, but we're going to check out this zone a little bit right now. So first things first, we see level 95 mobs. So this is a, I believe this is a tier 3 zone for this expansion. And so it is on the higher end. And you can see our mercenary is taking a little bit more damage than normal, but that's fine. And I did level up. See if I can get shrink going here. I did level up in between from I think 93 to 94 on the monk. Yeah, I did a Gribbles this morning, got that. So a little bit higher level, but right outside the temple here, like that is the temple. It's this giant building. There's a lot of these animals and stuff like that, and they're pretty good experience. 2.26, 0.34 on the other character. That's with a Bottle of Adventure 2, so I kind of always have one of those going when I'm playing, just because I don't like wasting my time, and if I can get a little bit more experience, take whatever opportunity I can get. I think I solved the problem with the mercenaries not being, not the mercenaries, the boxes not following correctly. And it seems to be I had their FPS set to 30 FPS in IS Boxer, which overrid the game client 70 FPS that I have set. So now they seem to follow better. I did a Gribbles just to test it all out, and they seem to work. So we should be good to go from this point forward. They won't run around in circles and fail to follow because they're not getting enough frames. So hopefully that's it. We didn't notice this in the true boxing when we were doing that, because they pretty much, you don't have to worry about it as long as your other computers are running 60 FPS. And I've never even noticed it. But yeah, so we're gonna just kill some of these external mobs here. If we get to the current zone, there we go. We're gonna make our way down to the bridge. Is kind of where where we're headed with this, is to go inside the temple. But I'm making sure we kill everything along the way, just because these things are vicious, right? 9,800 hits. We're not playing in kindergarten anymore. The mobs are going to get harder and harder from this point forward, and we need to be able to handle them. So a train of them would just wipe us out. Like I actually died in Sereth City after I was finishing that last video, because I wasn't able to heal myself fast enough, because my mercenary died, and all I had was my shaman. I just couldn't get the heal output that I needed to keep the monk alive. That room we were in, the tank mercenary, like, for some reason ran outside, aggroed like everything outside, then ran back inside. And yeah, I had to get out of there pretty quick. It was just an absolute disaster. I have no idea why the mercenary did that either. Like, we weren't even near the door for her to even think about going outside, so it's just one of those weird things. But makes me wish I had a class that can evac, because I had to use my Stein. That was the only way to get out, but I don't have that like hotkeyed on all these guys, so I have to like manually hit it. And as soon as I zone, it locks up the client, and I can't switch clients. So a real pickle, if you know what I mean. All right, let's just make sure. So I've never been here before, so I'm just kind of like make sure we get all this stuff looted. And like the hooves and the horns and stuff like that, those are used for like making high-end arrows, I believe, which are really good for leveling up leching. And I figured out why the bard wasn't messing. Here, I'll kind of show it, right? So I have slot 10. I had mez, right? I thought that was the mez, but I'm actually casting 12. So I had changed my lull at some point to a mez because I went back a few. Because every level I take a snapshot of their spells using the save spell slot, so I can kind of go back and see what they were doing. And at some point I changed the lull from lull to mez, and I just went with it. And I never updated the mez from lullaby something 85 rank 2. And yeah, so the whole reason she couldn't mez a lot of stuff was because of that. The AoE mez worked because like I would update that one, wasn't updating that, so that kind of made a lot of sense. Now she can mez, and I was practicing doing that in the last Gribbles I did, just to make sure everything's good. So like we're getting to the point where the mercenary can't tank one of them, you know, let alone like 2 or 3 of these things. So we're gonna have to be mezzing and slowing any multiples. I'm not slowing the singles right now, just because I'm kind of lazy. But probably something I need to be doing. There we go. A Braxy Tenderloin. That is a quest item. And the horns there, those are for trade skill stuff. So I just collect everything trade skill related. Just because, you know, why not? Why not is really what I say. I send it all to my other characters anyway, so they I maxed out the trade skill depot on my necromancer, and I just throw everything to him. And at this point, he's got enough room. And then when we need trade skill stuff, boom, we just do it. We got everything we need. We can just go from there. Oh, a snake. I wasn't sure if this was aggro or not. Yes, he is. But I'm 29% into 94. These guys are almost 93, so we should get there pretty soon. And there's just a few more zones in this expansion. And this is where I'm told is a really good grinding spot inside of here. I've never actually spent the time inside of there, so I'm not 100% sure. I went to a different place with my necromancer, which I believe will be the next zone we go to. Beast's Domain. It was easier to kite, I believe, is what I came to the conclusion for. And that one's it's the same tier 3 zone in this expansion, so kind of get the same experience. There we go. But these are what, 95, so I mean they're not difficult, right? But one wrong step, like that one took me down 20% of my health. So, you know, one wrong step, you're gonna not have a good day, and you'll have to run back. That's what I don't like doing, is running back. I like just getting things done. Like right now I'm bound at guild lobby, so that's, you know, quite a run. But I'm also, my campfire is at the Gribbles, so. All right, here we go. So go ahead and call on these guards. These are indifferent because nothing in here is KOS. Let's go ahead and lull one of them, right? I can kill him, I believe. I believe they have a faction. I can't remember. But if you don't care about faction, you can do whatever you want. But I typically try to keep a good faction just so I don't have to deal with it as I run through these zones later on. So here we go. Order of the Radiance, which was already KOS to us, and Seekers of Splendor, which is indifferent to us. So something to keep in mind. We're still indifferent to these guys. So if we go up into here, we should be able to take a look at the displays, right? So there's quests. That's probably a reason not to kill them right there. They have quests. And when we come through here with the questing series, we'll kind of see. But if we look at the map, this place is pretty much a maze. There's names in here too. So let's go over here to like one of these names just to see what we're dealing with. But it's not very boxer friendly, if you know what I mean. Like how these these doors everywhere, and everything is very tightly packed. So we come up here. I can't open this door because that's not the door. Where is it? It's right here. Oh my gosh. All right, there's a temple servant. He's indifferent. Now, do I have everybody? All right, good. So if we come around here, got an elder. Blade Master Manjori. So is he, yeah, he's listed right there. He's outside this door. We open this door, we see all this stuff. An advisor. Alright. An armed guard. Yeah, so all these guys, they don't want to hurt us, but it's kind of like where this all ends up right here. Now, the whole tower, I believe, is like this. Now, if we kind of zoom out, you can see these caves underground. That's where we're gonna go. Can we jump off here? I don't have to go through all that again. Right here. Let's grab them. All right, let's get this Grove guy. I believe these ones are not KOS, but we're gonna kill him anyway. We're going to go to the caves. I believe in the caves is some like demon monsters, if I remember right, and that's what we're gonna go kill. But the whole tower thing, there's names in here if you want to ruin your faction. I don't know if it's worth it or not. This is like there's like a saying, right? It's like flyby states, right? And I consider some of these zones flyby zones, right? You're not gonna spend a whole lot of time in these expansions, right? Like how many ever videos I've made of this is how long I've been here, right? Like you're gonna go fly right by them. So if there's like faction or something you want to not destroy, like it's almost worth it not to destroy them. I mean, I don't know. But everybody can play their own way. I don't care how other people play, honestly. All right, let's go here now. There we go. So down here, make sure everybody is still in good boxes following us. Now it's terribly dark down here, but now there we go. We can kind of see them. So there is an Ulrock diviner, and then a swine tour youth, both of which are ready to kill us. So let's go ahead and go there. Let's pull this diviner up here. Or let's not pull the diviner up here, and let's let him go down there. And then use our bard to mez him, because that's what I wanted to do originally. That was my original plan. Don't let anybody else think anyone otherwise. So these are the like the demons. They're like this pig race from like Star Wars or something. And you can find them down here below the temple. There we go. And they apparently have a faction also. Seekers of Splendor. So this will fix the faction for what we killed, right? And Devotees of Decay. We're already KOS to them, so it doesn't really matter. So the guy we killed upstairs, I'm assuming they give us quests to go down here and deal with this bro. We'll figure all that out when we get here in the questing series. But down here, as we go deeper and deeper into these caves, I'm just trying to make sure I got like major terrain when I came down here one time, so gotta be very careful how I do this. There's a Vicar, and these are all 94, so they're pretty good. If we can kind of, I can't filter the height here, but down here there's a throne room with lots of them in it. And it's I find it a good place to camp. I think I killed here a little while on some of my other characters. But I mean, it's a flyby expansion, honestly. I mean, you could literally skip this entire expansion if you did Gribbles starting at 75. And that's what I did on my first playthrough. And I kind of missed out on a lot of stuff. But at the same time, I can do it all now. So it just depends on what your goals are in the game. If you're trying to get the highest level you can as fast as you can, these are all flyby zones that you're not even going to worry about or waste your time with, in all honesty. Alright, we're going to keep going down. We got another little swine tour. I feel like we're a Jedi, like coming down here. Invading our world. If only we had like lightning, like laser swords. Which I'm surprised there isn't. I bet there is like some kind of transmog that looks like that. All right. So here's the door. I believe this is the throne room. Yeah, so there's the nobles, the Vicar. Perfect. So now if we look at the map, there's the king that spawns down here. So that's kind of where we're at. And we're just gonna hang out in this room for a little bit. Maybe kill the king. But definitely this is it's a zone. I mean, there's lots of other things you can do. Now, if you want to go kill all these other guys, go for it. I'm gonna skip them for now. Like, it's just not something I care to do right now. And navigating this temple with, you know, boxes is really a pain. Like, it's just not exactly as friendly going through those things. But these tunnels, I didn't have any auto follow issues the whole way, so definitely a easier path to get some experience. And I wouldn't think I need to stay here for more than, you know, an hour or two to get out of this zone and go to the next one. Right? Like, there's a lot of mobs right here. Like, see, there's nobles, all kinds of stuff over there, and you can just pull them all, like kill them all. And by the time they respawn, they should be ready. We should have already killed the whole room. I can height filter doesn't really work here, but there's quests down here. There's some names down here. And then Grellis Palace of the Chateau of Filth is a zone inside of the next expansion, I believe. I think it's the next one. So we'll find out. All right, so here's another guy. Now I came down here and I was soloing all this with my necromancer at whatever level I came here at. I think it was he was higher than 94, but he wasn't much higher than 94. All right, we got the zombie mez. The zombie's yellow, so keep an eye out for that, right? He's gonna hit hard. But you could come down here with like a paladin and just mop up the undead down here really easy. Because at this point, their slay undead is just so OP that it's crazy. This could probably make so these are like level 95. This might probably make like an alternate heroic character area you could come down and do. I think I think at this point that video's out. I made a video on alternate places you could go with your heroic characters. I think that one's already out, but let's go with a AoE mez. Hopefully you hit them all. No, you didn't. All right, well, she's dead. Come on, mez it. There we go. Now I can't taunt or anything, but you see there, 3 mobs killed the tank. I don't think that would be a problem with a rental tank, right? We don't have one. We have the mercenary, and as far as I can concerned, the mercenary is just absolutely worthless after tier 1 content, and you need a tank to really grind, really enjoy the tier 2, 3, and 4 content in each of these expansions. That seems to be my opinion right now, so far, right? Like in tier 1, I don't feel like any threat, no issues. Experience is terrible, but the mercenary can tank everything, can take multiples. Now, as soon as we go up a tier, I feel like that is not a thing. Tier 2, you start noticing that the mercenary get destroyed a little bit easier and stuff like that. And it just goes up. It goes worse and worse from there. Like 1 mob she can kind of handle, but I'm babysitting her, right? I'm constantly casting AoEs. Like I have AoE Shaman Heal and the other stuff, just constantly casting from the Shaman. And I have a Cleric Mercenary. Now maybe if I had a dedicated Cleric, I wouldn't have as much issue, theoretically. And I would be able to keep everybody up with a Cleric easier, but I don't know. Like, see here, I'm getting hit for 9,800. And the monks are just, really strong, right? If we go here, Void Body, which is probably a smart move since this guy added on. Void Body is a monk. Let's see if we can click it. Where do we go? Void Body. But that one doesn't let us click it. So here, I don't even know who's tanking right now since I lost aggro. Void Body, right? Making it much more difficult for your enemy to strike you. So this is like a long-term endurance drain kind of thing. Let's do 6th Wind. And hopefully that helps, right? So this is the King's area, I believe. So what we're going to do is we're gonna lull him. We're going to mez him. I say that as I can't get it to... I can't see him somehow. Alright, whatever. I got them all anyway. AoE mez. And then we're going to do a single target mez on the noble. Alright, so I guess the noble is not in that spot. Noble's in the second spot on her X target. Alright, we're going to switch to him. Gonna do AoE heals with the shaman. I'm out of stamina, so I don't got much else to do. Alright, we're gonna come around here because this guy got pushed through the wall right there. Gonna break his mez, and boom, we cleared the room. This is the last mob here, so you know it's a different spot, right? I don't think I've really shown any grinding here. Like all these caves, good place to grind, right? Now I know from what I've read, what I've seen, like inside the temple, people do it, and it's a good experience. So your mileage may vary. If you have experience in doing that, let me know. I'd like to hear a comment, you know, saying, you know, yeah, it's good experience, it's terrible experience, you know, whatever. But I consider it like a flyby zone, right? I'm not going to spend more time here than I need to. And as soon as these guys hit 95, I'm going to be in the next expansion, right? I want to push and push, right, until I hit that point where I can't kill them all, right? And I think we could probably make ourselves pretty far, get pretty far with what we got going on, especially in the tier 1s, right? I think we'll be fine. The tier 2s, that's a different story, but it just depends, right? Here's an cultist. These are what, 94s? Okay, so we're just gonna... It's so hard to see, right? But we're like going down the tunnel, we're going through here, just kill everything as we go. There we go. And we got the tank back too, so we're a little bit easier off, I guess. She's at least a few thousand hit points shield between everybody else. She'll go and taunt. That's the benefit, right? And like a Shadow Knight, say, you know, in my other group, right? I can AoE taunt everything, and then I can life tap everything. It's just like there's like so much. If the mercenary could be a Shadow Knight, I think it would be significantly better with the way that the game is made right now. Our Shadow Knights are the best tanks for grouping content. But we're going to be leveling up a warrior soon for doing some stuff, and we'll see how that works out. Go. Alright, just make sure we have all this stuff on roll so we don't have to even think about it ever again. Alright, and then you, like, I don't know. So I'm, you know, playing a monk, right? I can kind of pull the monk. The bard would be able to do all this, if not better. But since I'm playing it from the monk, I don't like switching back and forth. But the bard could lull, and I almost guarantee solo pull every single one of these every time. But since I'm playing from the monk, I like to use the monk's abilities, which is Echo and Veiled. So they work out pretty well. I haven't had to do any feign death splitting in a long time, and usually the mercenary messes it all up for me anyway. So it's one of those things where you just kind of... Like, she ran mid-water here and started attacking it. And since I shrunk everybody, they're all they're outside that, you know, that range, right, where it's kind of floaty float. But I mean, the experience isn't terrible here, but it's not great. But yeah, I don't know what else to say about this. Right, there's animals all the way around. There's a temple full of aliens, and there is pigs in the basement. And whatever you want to kill, go ahead and kill it. I think that's pretty much my moral of the story here. If you don't care about faction, kill them all. They're dirty aliens anyway, so it doesn't matter. Alright, so I think we're going to go ahead and call this one here. I need to go take care of some stuff, but thank you very much for watching, and have a fantastic day.